this week. Progressives Today has a report on the abortion industry. Jim Hoft joins us now. Welcome, Jim.
Hi, Crane. It's great to be with you.
Great to be with you. I want to play for you a piece of what you all produced in an interview with a former abortionist. She ran 2 abortion clinics in Texas. And she gives us the straight story when it comes to the marketing of abortion. Carol Everett. Here she is, and part of the report from Progressives Today. Roll it.
She gets pregnant, and who does she call when she's pregnant? She calls us. We're the experts. And we were ready. We used a script designed to overcome every single objection. That's what sales is. Overcome the objection and you get the order, in this case, the abortion. And when she calls, the first question is reassure. And so the girl confesses, I think I may be pregnant. And the counselor, who's really a telemarketer, that's all they're trying to do, sell over the telephone, but we call them counselors, says, we can take care of your problem. No one needs to know. And then the first question, what's the first day of your last normal period? And she gives this so-called counselor the date, and she says you're 8 weeks pregnant. She didn't say you might be 8 weeks pregnant. She didn't say you could be. She said you are 8 weeks pregnant. So she has planted the first seed in this long marketing thread, and the sad thing is, in this girl's mind, she is the expert. This is the pregnancy expert, and the next question is this good news or bad news? If it were good news, she would not be calling an abortion clinic. It's bad news. And when she replies bad news, this counselor moves right in because now she wants to identify the fear, to use it to reaffirm that abortion decision anytime that girl moves away. And if she says, well, maybe I need to think about this, your parents will kill you, you'll have to miss drill team, the abortion's sold. Now, abortions are done through all 9 months of pregnancy, not because of Roe v. Wade, but because of Doe v. Bolte that said for the health of the mother, an abortion can be completed through all 9 months of pregnancy. But the problem was that health was defined as mental health. And we would say to this scared young woman, you would have problems with this pregnancy should you carry it to term, wouldn't you? She'd say yes, and we'd chart it emotional health.
Now, that is Carol Everett, who ran 4 abortion clinics, 4 abortion centers, and she did that between 1977 and 1983, when in 1983 she changed her position on the issue. Jim, what else are we going to learn about the abortion industry through Progressive Today's reporting?
Well, Crane, that's a ghastly clip that you just played.
Yeah.
And that's Carol Everett, who's been out there waging this war against the abortionists now for several years after working in a clinic and running a couple clinics, as you said, for a number of years. She's a woman whose family was dealing with the aftermath of her own abortion, having an abortion as a young mother. And so it was interesting. I spoke with her today. Again, we spoke with her last week, and she's just fighting this crusade against the industry, as she calls it. And as she explains in this clip that you just played, what she says is we have to remember that they market this. They push this as an industry, as a product. The product they have is abortion. She also goes on to say that they start pushing the sex ed in schools as young as like kindergarteners, getting them to start thinking about sex, and this is just all part of the plan. And one shocking statement she said during one of her interviews is that she said that the Planned Parenthood she worked with gave low-dose birth control pills because they knew that women would get pregnant on these, because if they skipped a day or two, the drug would be washed out of their system and it wouldn't be effective. And they knew this when they were handing it out. So it was all part of their marketing plan, which is really just, as I said, ghastly and inhumane.
So many, I mean, the Heidi Project, obviously, that is named after the daughter that she aborted. And we always want people to recognize God's grace, and it extends, and it's there. And so much healing, obviously, it begins there and recognizing that. But you tackling these issues, progressives today, you've hit the white privilege conference, the idea that these things are out there and there are movements out there, and it really provides a better understanding that, as you said in your opening line, this is an industry. They view it as a product, and there is a strategy to selling it. So was that your intent in Progressives Today, to bring us just to recognize, hey, just don't read a headline or a story. Recognize there's a strategy behind this. Jim?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Crane. And really to understand exactly what they're doing here. They're pushing a product. I think that sometimes a lot of us don't realize that. They're pushing this on little kids, as I said, as young as kindergarten, with some of the teachings and the books and the lectures that they give these kids. So it's not by accident. Talk about, I just think it's such an evil plan they have. And anyway, we're doing our best to expose that, as you said, on Progressives Today this week.
And you're doing a great job. I want to talk to you more about that as I learn more about the project and as you continue. But these are things that I always say when I talk about Jim Hoft. I say the Gateway Pundit, I go there. I mean, pretty much I lock in, boom, and I'm pulling up Jim Hoft regularly throughout the day to learn about what's going on from a perspective that the mainstream media oftentimes does not tell me about, won't give, it lies by omission, stories that we won't catch. And you'll hear a lot of clips from Jim Hoft, the Gateway Pundit, that I've gotten to play on the show. We're going to play one later from Ben Carson. But these things are important because when you start shaping the narrative and the way things are reported, be it on the Gateway Pundit or Progressives Today, you look at the way the mainstream's reporting it, and there's an agenda to that. Jim, you know where he's coming from. He's an award-winning journalist. He understands what the agenda is, and he's going to give you the other side, and he's going to give you the truth. And, Jim, you've done that with Boko Haram. You've done that with overall the Islam discussion when it comes to terrorism and the theological foundation and the rationalizations and justifications, the groups like CARE that try to bully people into silence. You've done it with the IRS investigation, extraordinary work there. So, Jim, all I ask for people to do is I'm posting the story now on the Facebook. Keep up the great work. I want to check in with you and bring you back with our good friend Ben Johnson from LifeSite News to talk about this report more in depth a little later on this week. Would that be all right?
That sounds great, Crane.
Keep up the great work, man. Love you.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you, Crane.
All right.
Okay,
Jim
bye.
Hoft.